Awesome.
Looks like it's working. You should be live.
Okay, cool. Thanks. All right. Let me get my foot off of that because it keeps moving stuff around. Hello, everyone. Great to see you. Give me just a second so I can see everybody's comments. Not seeing it.
It's on the public page. I'll be sharing it to the group.
Oh, okay. Let me go to the page thing. Well, that makes sense. So I can see everything. So while I'm looking for you guys, just say hello, wave your arms around so I can find you. Okay, there we go. I can see you. Awesome. Hello. So my name is Valerie Walton. Just in case you are new, didn't know. Hello, Anne. Hello, MLSP. Yes, I'm here. I did it. I made it. My name is Valerie Walton. I am a member here inside of MLSP, just like you. And I don't even know how to put this into words, but I'll tell you this. The 5 years that I've been a member here inside of MLSP, my entire life has changed. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm really not. The relationships with my kids have grown, has helped me to create the type of example for them that I always wanted to. And now we are all online entrepreneurs and in completely different ways. That's all thanks to MLSP. I met my husband here through MLSP. And now I'm married thanks to MLSP. So it's been really cool. And of course, I make good money thanks to MLSP, showing me the tips, the tricks, the technology, the everything to be able to build the right skill set so I could go out here and make money. And speaking of skill sets, that's one of the things that I want to talk to you about today. If you're here with me and you're like, oh, I love what Val shares, I love what she teaches, just know I am a 100% product of MLSP. So this means I am a walking library of MLSP. I am MLSP in action. So imagine what can happen for you. Okay. I want you to keep that in mind. So much you can learn. Now, many of you know that, it's Thursday. So that means we're going to go into the more of the social media networking, prospecting. And sure enough, that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk about having creative conversations that will allow you to close faster. Okay. Creative conversations that close and fast. Okay. A lot of times when people get to talking about having conversations, I hear words like hard, difficult, complicated, overwhelming. We're not going to use none of those words. All right. So who is with me? Are we going to throw out the negative? I want you to focus on possibilities today. Positive possibilities as to what can happen for you when you have conversations with people online. Can I get an X in the chat if you want to make that pinky promise with me? Okay, give me an X. Hey, B, what's going on? Brian Finale's in the building. Kathleen is here. Iwana is here. Chris is here. Good evening. Flora is here. And yes. Yes, I'm here. Okay, so let's talk about it. First of all, how do we get ourselves into a position that we're even having conversations with folks? Now, there's two ways to do this. And you being a member of MLSP, you know this already. So I'm going to do a quick recap. And you learn this in the getting started steps. There are two ways that you're going to find a way to start a conversation with someone. One is the passive way, and two is the active way or proactive way. Okay. So let's talk about those. And you're getting started steps 5, 6, and 7. All three of those talk about the passive way. Okay, so that's a pretty powerful way to start attracting people to you who have an interest in what you do, what you're talking about, and possibly even connecting with you. Right? That's the attraction marketing part, attracting people to you. Now, the proactive way is step 8 of your getting started steps. If you're doing steps 5 through 8 every day, you can't help but get results. And let me rephrase that. if you're doing steps 5 through 8 the way it is taught, all right, then you can't help but start getting some results. And the more you do it, the more familiar you become with it. And the more familiar you become with it, the easier it becomes for you. And the easier it becomes for you, the faster you get through those steps every day. And the faster you get through it, the more people you can get out and talk to every day, and the better quality conversations that you're having. Okay. So that's through your posting and Facebook stories and Instagram reels and all these different things we talk about. The posting part is your passive way of attracting people to you, getting content out and doing it in a way that's authentic to you so that people get a feel for who you are and in what ways you help them out. So that's one. And then your proactive way of getting leads is for you to actively go out. This is where we talk about you joining Facebook groups, you getting out there and follow the follow method, sending friend requests with messages, things like that. Okay. So either way you do it, we're doing it with the expectation that this person or people that you're talking to, somebody will say, hey, yes, I want to connect with you. Okay. You with me so far? Yes. All right. So we got that part down. But now what about the conversation? Okay. So the first thing that you want to ask yourself is, how do I even know this person in the first place? And if I don't know them yet, we're not even friends yet, why do I want to be friends with them? What's the purpose? Because what I find a lot of people doing where they mess up is they say, well, this person seems like somebody in my target audience. Great. But what is it about them in particular that causes you to want to reach out to them as opposed to anybody else that may also be in your target audience? What makes them unique? What makes them stand out? That needs to be something that you want to say. Okay. So for example, when you're out here actively looking for leads, you're going to initiate the conversation, not them. Okay. So you're going to approach them, and you want to approach them in a way that's creative, it's truthful, and it's fun. I mean, who wants to talk to some boring, stick in the mud, scared, awkward person? Nobody wants to sit down and have no conversation with you if you like that, right? So let's take a look. So I'm actually going to pull up something that I like to use. Oh, I closed the tab. Let me open it again. I like to use a Trello board at times just to kind of help me organize stuff. But this is something that you may want to save in your CRM, your customer relationship manager. So I might show that to you as well. But let me just grab the information real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Start conversations. So this is something that I keep for some of my coaching clients and stuff. But you're not going to understand what some of the stuff is, but that's okay. I'm just going to share my screen just so you can see the info. Okay. So when I set out to send a person a friend request, I don't just send a request and that's it, because you want to think the way your typical human being on social media thinks, right? Don't think in terms of, ooh, see, I got this plan, I got this strategy as an entrepreneur, right? Regular people are on Facebook and they just chilling, right? They just minding their own business, and here you come. First thought that comes to mind is, what do you want? What the hell you want? I don't know you. What do you want? That's the first thought. And so if you send a friend request with no message, join the club. You're going to be in the stack of friend requests with everybody else that they don't know, don't want to know, don't have a good reason to even consider becoming friends with you. But if you send a friend request with a message, something like this will be very helpful. Okay. So I'm actually going to grab this. I think I already did. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go into your CRM inside of MLSP. I'm going to bypass some of this stuff though. Hold on. I forgot to sign in. So that's why it's taking me longer. My apologies, everyone. We got to get through this. Okay, so let me go to yeah, this is where I want to be. So I'm actually going to save this thing, right? So that's message, right? Actually, I probably shouldn't show this. Let me stop sharing. I didn't know it was going to show the person's info. Let me get out of that. Let me show you a sample. Let me click on my prospects. I know I've logged into this myself before. There we go. We'll use me. Okay. Now I'll share. Okay. So it doesn't really matter which prospect you're trying to talk to that you're going to email. I just wanted to show you how you can save yourself a little something here, right? You can create your own templates in here, as I've got a few. So I would put that message in here. Now, not to email people though. This is a message I would actually use on Messenger, but I want to save it in my CRM so I always have something to go back to. Okay. So that's why I have it here. And if you save something like this in your CRM and you go in and you make sure that you can find it, you'll be good to go. Okay. So you have this, and this is what I'm going to go and do to this person in Messenger, right? Yes, I'm going to click add friend, right? Or request friend. I'm going to click that. But immediately after I click that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to leave a creative message. I am not going to use this as a copy paste. Now, one thing is this is going to be a two-part message. The first part, this part up here, the hey name, I saw you, blah, blah, blah. This part right here is going to be typed. The rest of it, the second part down here is going to be voice. Why am I doing voice? I'm doing voice because I want to build a connection, an emotional connection. People have commotions. People have emotions, right? Based on their reaction to your emotions, right? So if I can show this person I'm genuinely interested in them, I'm excited to speak with them, they're probably going to be excited to speak to me too. Okay. The reason why I'm doing the first part written is because, again, I've never talked to them before. So I don't want them to check their messages and only see a voice clip. They're going to be like, who is this? I don't know this person. They sent me a voice message. Are they crazy? Are they about to say something that I really don't want to hear? Is it porn? What is it? Like, I don't know. And they will not listen to it. So I've got to leave my very first message I ever send to somebody needs to have some level of text in there so that if they're on the go, they can do a quick glance at it and they're like, oh, okay, cool. This person, oh, all right, cool. Then they're more likely to click on the voice message that immediately follows. Okay. So this is all one message, but it's in two parts, written first. And then right after I type that, I'm going to leave the voice message and be done. Is everybody with me? Drop an X if you're with me. Okay. And I'll check it in a minute. So here's what I'm saying. Hey, so-and-so, I'm going to put their name. People love to hear and see their name. Put their name. I found you or I saw you through blank. And I love that you are so blank. It really brightens my day. I wanted to thank you. Am I going to say these exact same words to every single person every single time? No, because then that wouldn't be creative conversations. But something along these lines. This is why I asked you, when you select someone to go and speak to, why? Why'd you pick them? So for example, hey, JP, hey, JP, I saw you through the Facebook group that we have in common called whatever it is, right? Called MLSP VIP group, right? And I love that you are so technical. I love it. It brightens my day because it gives me hope that I can actually learn some of this stuff and I wanted to thank you. Now I'm going to leave a voice message. I also figured I'd send a friend request since you seem like such a cool person to connect with and to get to know. What's your secret? What's your secret? Like, did you go to school for tech stuff or like, what's up? When you start to focus more on the person instead of focusing on yourself, two things happen, right? One, you stop worrying about what am I going to say? What am I going to say? Because in natural conversation, you never do that. In natural conversation, you look at a person, you say, oh, I want to say something to them. And then you do. You don't have a script. You don't have a notebook set aside, right? You know what you want to say. So these are the types of things that you could start with until you get your own groove. Okay. So if I were to say, hold on, let me stop sharing. Who's over here? Who's over here in the chat? Hey, Rick, what's going on? Hey, Larry, Sylvia, what's up? More people jumped in today. Okay, Karina gave me the pinky promise. Cool. Okay, so let's say, I see Sylvia in a group. We're both in a women's entrepreneurs group. And every day that I'm in that group, every time I go and I check that group, I always see Sylvia post some funny meme about business, right? About entrepreneurship. And I'm like, this chick cracks me up. I love Sylvia. I would actually like to be friends with Sylvia. I could see myself being real live friends with Sylvia. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go reach out to Sylvia. I'm going to go send Sylvia a friend request and I'm going to send her a message. I'm going to say, hey, look, I'm going to say the same stuff. Look, let me show y'all. Look, I'm going to say the same thing. Okay, same type of thing. Hey, Sylvia, I saw that you and I are in the same women's entrepreneur group, and I love that you are so freaking funny. It really brightens my day. Maybe I'm not going to say it really brightens my day. Maybe I'm going to say it really feels good to know that I don't have to be so super serious all the time in my business, and I can relax a little bit and enjoy the process. And I just wanted to thank you because you inspire me to feel that way. Do you see how real that, like, I'm saying that because I mean it. I'm not saying it because I'm trying to get her to do anything. Do you see the difference? So many times we're asking for a script. What are the magic words to say to get somebody to do what I want? Don't do that because you'll start to focus on manipulation when you really need to focus on a connection. Connection. What do you like about this person? Why would you like to see yourself doing business with them? Why would you like to help them with a problem if they've got the problem that you can help with? And if they don't, you'd still want to be friends with them. What about that? You get what I'm saying? So I would say that to Sylvia, and then I would get on voice and I would say, I also figured that I send you a friend request because you seem like such a cool person to have that kind of a sense of humor. So you're definitely my kind of person. And I think we'd make great friends. Right. And then I could go into the what's your secret or how'd you get such a funny bone? Right. Or something like that. Have you always found humor in the things that you do that a lot of people find serious? Like I can ask her something about her amazing personality that I just told her I like. I can ask her something about that to get her opening up to me. And now we can start conversation. So when you're doing your active prospecting or proactive prospecting, these are some great ways that you can do this. And Aaron Birch also teaches this all the time. Lisa Torres teaches this all the time. You want to validate this person first. You want to make this person feel good, not with an empty compliment though, but with something meaningful. Their personality is obviously something meaningful. The way that they view the world, the way that they observe things in their lives, they express that through the types of things that they post and that they talk about. So if you like it, if it makes you smile, makes you laugh, inspires you, strengthens you, tell people that. Tell them. Okay. So that's just one quick example. Okay. And again, I'm just saving it in my CRM to keep everything in one place and make it simple, because what's typically going to happen is as I get to hanging out with Val, oops, I did it again. I meant to click on, what am I trying to click on? I don't know. What is this? I'm just trying to get in here. So I can use my notes, and I can't figure out what my stuff is. I don't know. Here we go, general notes. So I can add a note in here and I can say, yo, the 18th around 6, sent Val a message. She replied right back same day. Val said her humor comes from two hilarious parents, right? Is a right? Oops, I meant gal. Y'all know I meant that, right? Is a family gal, right? And on and on and on. I can leave notes here so that just in case the conversation doesn't go the way that I plan, which is to close her today, then I can follow up with her. But even if I close, this is a customer relationship manager. I need to manage my relationship with this prospect, whether they buy or not. Hello. Because just because they don't buy today doesn't mean they won't buy tomorrow or next week or next month or next year. Or in my case, I've had somebody who would follow me, opt into my stuff, never bought anything. And it took 2 years and they finally joined me in something. That was crazy. But could you imagine if I didn't keep track of our relationship, if I didn't stay in communication with her? She would have never signed up for anything. And then you also have to remember there's some people watching, and they're kind of scared to talk to you because they feel a little intimidated by you, by your strength, by your power, by your ability to show up and be brave enough to do your posts and your Facebook lives and stuff. Are you brave enough? Right? Because at first it feels a little bit like intimidation for them, but then it feels like inspiration. So some people, it takes time and they just need to warm up a little bit, right? So anyway, you can leave these notes to just kind of remind yourself for the next time that you talk with them or whatever. You can save the note. You can schedule a task, right? Maybe as a part of the note, whoops, I want to edit this one. Maybe as a part of the note, I'd say something like, she mentioned boom, right? So I save the note, but then I can also set a task. We're meeting up on Tuesday. So I'm gonna click that. Right, we're gonna meet up Tuesday night. All right, Tuesday is the 23rd. And let's say we're gonna meet up at like 6, I don't know. Right? Now, I've got this saved. And it all started with a creative conversation. You get me? Just being honest, really. Maybe I should have called this honest conversations because all I did was take the time to think about, right? Get creative and think about, why is it that I like this person? Why is it do I want to connect with them? That's it. Okay? That's the way you do it. Everybody good with the active way of going out and starting up the conversations to get that rolling, because what's going to happen is I started off, complimenting her, telling her, how much I like her, how I found her, whatever, sending her a friend request. She accepts the request, replies back, and we get to talking. As we got to talking, she shared with me that she'd love to learn Facebook stories. She just doesn't really know what to do, how to do them, what it's for. And so I let her know, well, I actually have a free training that could help you out with that. If you'd like my help, boom, I just made an offer. Was it an offer for her to buy something? No, because it's a free training, but it's still an offer. It's an offer of giving her something of value so that I stick in her mind for two reasons. One, I'm the girl with all the value. I put the val in value. Okay. And number two, because I've given her a great experience by giving her what she wants, that sticks into her mind as well. And she will not forget it. The difference between a good deal and a bad deal, right? A good transaction, a bad transaction. The difference between, oh my gosh, that was a steal. I'm so glad I took advantage of that purchase. The difference between that and this was a scam is how the person feels about their purchase. How did you make them feel? It's not about how much you know, how impressive you are. How did you make them feel? That's what makes or breaks it when it comes to transactions, closing sales. Okay, so you have something like this. Now, when it comes to the passive way, it's a little easier because people are coming to you. So that's a little easier, and that's why I saved that for last. Are y'all good on this? Let me scroll up a bit. Okay. Awesome, Sonia. Yes, Tiffany, real flow conversation. Jennifer, my one person looking forward to more business building tips and strategies. What do I send them? Why do you want to send them something? Why not have a conversation? Have you thought about doing that, Jennifer? Maybe inviting her onto a Zoom and asking her more specifics. There's tons of business building tips and strategies. What kind exactly do you want? You see that? It doesn't take much for you to get creative in your questions, because honestly, you're basing what you ask them on what they've told you. If they haven't told you much, ask for more. If they've told you a lot, if they've told you so much that now you can't pinpoint, ask them to pinpoint. So what exactly, if I were to be able to find a solution or help you find a resource to help you with your business right now, what exactly would you want to start focusing on right now? Let them tell you. Don't guess. That's one of the biggest mistakes that we have all made, is trying to guess. Instead of you asking me, what do you send them? You go ask them, what do I send you? Just not in those words, but that's basically what you're doing, right? You want more business building tips and strategies? Cool. In what? See that? Okay, now, now moving on. When it comes to the passive prospecting, that's the easy part. That's steps 5 through 7 inside of your getting started steps. That is you grabbing, right, leveraging a custom made, done for you campaign / funnel / what else do we call it? A funnel, a campaign, a link, right? It's all the same thing, right? So you can use one of your MLSP lead generation campaigns. You can use one of your MLSP generic lead gen campaigns. You can use one of your MLSP custom lead gen campaigns. And those would be the top 3 that I would recommend if you're going to offer something straight out to the public like that, something free. Okay. Then once you have a conversation with them in the background, What is happening to my computer? Hold on. I thought it was plugged in. Where's my plug for my computer? I gotta disappear. It's crazy. I'm live. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was stuck on something. Oh God. Okay. All right, I'm back. Jeez, Moniz. See, this is what you have kids for. You make the kids go find your cord so that you don't have to leave the screen. But my kids are hiding out. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so when it comes to that, you can use one of those and you can leverage that. Now, one of the best ways to figure out which one do you put out there for the day. One, you can let it be a roll of the dice, child. Okay, because if you're in business and you want to help other people that are in business, trust and believe every one of those campaigns solves a problem that I'm sure at least one person that you know or that you're going to eventually come into contact with has. So you don't really have to overthink it too much. You can just grab one. But one quick tip that I have is select something that you can relate to. Select something that you know that you've had a problem with yourself so that you have the ability to talk about that problem. And then just let people know you've got a solution. Okay, that's pretty much it. Here's an example. All right, I'm gonna go in the back office again. And I'm gonna grab one of each. Share my screen. All right, so like I said, you could use generic, custom, or regular lead gen campaigns. Those would probably be the three that I would select, and possibly even MLSP campaigns, depending on which one. Now, I'm not even gonna touch custom lead gen campaigns today because that takes a little more work for you to use. The custom lead gen campaigns are not all done for you. Those are ones that you can go and do yourself. That's different. But these other ones, please don't think, man, I can't go get no leads yet because I haven't made anything in the custom lead. Stop. Grab one that's already done. Okay. So you can do one of the lead gen campaigns, or you can do one of the generic ones, or even an MLSP campaign. Okay. So if you go in there, right, especially if you're new, especially if you're not very technical, don't jump straight into the stuff that you know you can't do yet. That's self-sabotage. It's a mindset thing. So don't do that. Okay. Instead, come over here. So let's say I grab this lead gen campaign. This is one of my faves. So let's say this is one that I want to offer. Okay. Let's actually open it up real quick. Okay. Let's say that's one I want to offer out of this category. Now, let's say we pick one out of the generic lead gen as well. And let's say I want to offer, oh, let's talk about Go for Yes today. Why not? Boom. So let's say I offer that. And then for the MLSP campaigns, oh my gosh, there's so many goodies. Let's say I want to do the Fire Your Boss. That's basic trial membership. Why not? Okay. All right, cool. Now I'm going to group these together so it's easier for me to find them all. Now, no matter what, they're all designed to do the same thing. Collect the lead. But they're also designed to do something else that most people do not do, and it's costing you money. It's costing you money, time, and relationships right now. And that thing is, these are not just ways for you to capture leads. This is also a way for you to start a conversation right now. And this is how you start getting creative. This is how you do it. You initiate the conversation. You put yourself out there first in a post, right? Now, why did I pick this one? Well, I'm going to give you the truthful answer coming straight from me. I'm taking off my coach's hat right now. I'm putting on my, hey, y'all, it's Val hat right now. Okay. And I love this training because one, that was my goal. I wanted to hit 6 figures residual. I want to hit residual 6-figure income in my business. I want to set my family financially free, especially having been a single mom. Child. That was on my mind constantly. And also that I wanted to have success in my business. And I've been in a place where I wasn't. I can relate to all of that. And this training solves that problem. Now, because I can relate to this training, even if I haven't been through it yet, I can still offer this to folks. I'm not going to do it in a sleazy, manipulative, deceitful way. I'm going to be very honest with them. If I say, right, we talk about the problem first. The problem is your hook. Just like you saw in step 7 of your getting started steps, you need your hook, you need your content, and then you need your call to action. Well, when you go in there and you deliver the hook is the problem, not the solution. And this is where network marketers get it wrong. Network marketers say what your product is, the solution, right? What we should be talking about is what it does. All right. So anyway, let's start with the problem. Oh my gosh. I remember when I was first trying to get my home business off the ground. That first 12 months was hell. I wanted so bad to start making some money, any money, but my deep down goal was 6 figures. Can you relate to that? Child, if so, read on, or if so, keep listening. Hey, come hang out with me in this Facebook Live today. Just depends on which way I'm doing it, right? And then I might go on to say, you know, what I didn't realize, 12 months of trying to wing it, trying to figure it out on my own. After 12 months, I didn't realize that there are actually 17 irrefutable laws to growing income in my business. Did you know that? Oh my gosh. Well, fortunately, I came across an amazing training that breaks this all down and will allow me, or allow you, right? Allow you to be able to start growing the business you want. Who'd like a copy? Now, see, if I haven't gone through this training yet, I'm not going to say, I went through this training and now, sure enough, I make 6 figures every day. I'm not doing that. That's bullshit. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to say, I came across it. I just got my hands on this, right? I just added this into my business, and I'm so excited because I'm confident this is going to help. Would you like a copy? When you start making posts like that, the same way Brian teaches you in steps 5 and step 7, right? Because step 6 is about sharing into groups. The same way he teaches you that, if you go and do this yourself, people will say yes if not only you're posting, but you're also adding friends to your friends list, right? You're sending out friend requests and follows to people that fit your target audience. You must be doing both. If you're not doing both, you're going to get crickets every time you post. Why? Because you, 1, don't have enough people seeing it, and 2, don't have the right people seeing it. If the friends you currently have right now do not fit your target audience, because these are people you went to school with, and these are people that are neighbors up the street, and they are not in the market to get what you offer, and then you post about what you offer, don't be surprised they don't jump at your offer. You get what I'm saying? Right? So this is why you create the environment. You create your audience. You build it. Build, engage, sell. You build this audience up and engage with that audience. And one of the best ways that you can do both at the same time is Facebook Live. You will save yourself a lot of time and energy and effort if you're doing the building and engaging at the same time through a live. Right? Now, if you tell somebody, hey, if you'd like a copy of this training I just got my hands on, drop a number 17 in the thread, right? In the comment thread, right? But we can't use the words comment, and we can't use the words below, right? So if you say, so don't say comment below, but you can say, hey, drop the number 17 in the thread, and I will be happy to give you a copy. Another call to action, DM me with your email address and I'll be happy to email it to you. Now you're building your list even before you even give them this. Cha-ching, lead generation. This is how you do it. Okay. Now, remember, I told you this is also an opportunity for you to start your conversation right now. Now, watch how creative I'm about to get, you guys. Okay. Do you know what I'm going to talk to them about? When this person tells me, I'd like a copy of these 17 laws, and I say, great, check your inbox. And I go to their inbox. Do you know what I'm going to bring up? Do you know what my icebreaker is going to be? The 17 laws. Oh my gosh, that was so creative, child. That was innovative. Somebody give me a medal. That's all you got to do. So when you go up to them, you're in the inbox. Hey, right? Hey, Rick, as you requested, I am grabbing the link to send you that training on those 17 laws to grow in your business. But while I'm doing that, can you tell me a little bit more about why you're looking to grow your business? What's been going on lately? Boom. Hey, Rick, before I go into, while I'm grabbing the training, can you tell me a little bit more about your income goals for your business? Is it also 6 figures like me? That's my goal. How about you? Boom. I just gave him an invitation to a conversation. What do you think people are going to do when you ask them that? They're already excited they're about to get something free. They're also excited about the fact that they're going to get a solution to a problem they have, an answer to a question they have. They're excited they're about to get some value, and they're excited to connect with you to get it. Why wouldn't you start the conversation now? Why are we sending them away from us? Why are we only giving them the link, which takes them we're right there with them in Messenger. And then we give them a link and send them on their way and wonder why we didn't close them. You get what I'm saying? So while you got them there, hold on and talk to them right then. Talk to them, have that conversation right then. Tell me some more about you. I'd love to know more about you and how you're trying to build your business. Perhaps I can help with even more great resources or something. Maybe there's somebody I know that I could refer you to. Now, creatively thinking in my head, that's someone I know that I'm probably going to end up referring them to. Guess who it is? Baxter. I'm about to look, you about to meet MLSP. Hello. Possibly. I don't know yet. And I'm not going to assume, I'm not going to guess, I'm not going to hypothesize. None of that. I'm going to ask. And as they share with me more and more about what they're looking for, I can determine whether or not MLSP makes sense or your business opportunity, whatever it is that you were looking to offer. Right. But before I offer it, I need to know whether or not this even makes sense for them to get. And I also need to know if they have the means to buy it. Why would I offer somebody something and I didn't take the time to find out that all they've got in their bank account is $1 and I'm trying to offer them something for $50 and I get upset that they say no? That's on me as the marketer because I should have asked them about their finances. Not in an invasive way, but in a way that helps me get some kind of financial picture of what they got going on. All right. So there's that kind of thing. Everybody with me on that so far? That's a good analogy, Delroy. Jesse's got it. Julius. Awesome. Awesome. Watching at the gym. Oh, I'm jealous. Child, I need to be at the gym, child. I gotta start working out, child. Tomorrow. Okay, anyway. So that's one. right? We talked about the 17 laws. That's one. And again, just because I mentioned this one doesn't mean this is the one out of all of those 15 to choose from. Choose any one of them that makes sense for you. Me, I'm about that money. I need to see that money flowing in. And this just really draws me into wanting to check it out. And yes, I have gone through the training. It's amazing. Okay. So you got that one. Well, here's a 5-day challenge on Go for Yes. Now, why did I pick this one? I picked this one because I had been taught in network marketing to go for no. I had been taught that the more no's you get, you should feel really good about yourself. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't feel good about this. I'm getting no's. I'm getting rejected. I'm not used to rejection in my life. What are you guys talking about? This is ridiculous. This is ludicrous. Right. And they're like, talk to more people, talk to more. And I'm like, no, something needs to be something must be wrong. Something needs to get fixed. I need to troubleshoot. And they're like, no, just keep going and doing the same thing. Why would I keep going and doing the same thing that gets me a no, expecting different results? Now, granted, I'm not talking about, oh, I went and put out a post today and it's been 5 whole minutes and I don't have anyone. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about the years, the decades, the social proof of people going out, going for no, and the fact that it does not work. Why would I keep doing what they tell me to do? No, it was frustrating. It was annoying and it was pissing me off. That is something I would say in my content, whether I write it or do a Facebook Live. So again, I could easily put up a post about this and do it in the same way that is taught in your getting started steps. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel and go back to the basics, back into those getting started steps, 5 through 8, 5 through 8, 5 through 8, every day. Do it till you get a result. Okay. Before you go anywhere else, don't think about the training library right now. Don't think about, oh, that next Wednesday webinar is going to show me how to do this cool trick. No, you need the basics. You need a foundation for your business first. Why build on top, right? Why try to build a building with no foundation? It's going to crumble. All right. So when you're doing these, and we talk about those steps 5 through 7 every Monday night at our new member orientation as well, right? And really diving deep into that. So if you haven't been coming to the Monday orientations, please do. It doesn't matter if you're a new member or not. Show up and get your questions answered about that stuff, because the basics is the most important and they're the simplest and they're the most powerful. The other stuff is just a little icing on the cake. Okay. So anyway, you're putting these posts out, and I would say something like, how many of you in home business have heard to go for no? I certainly have. I remember when I first got started in my home business 6 years ago, right? So that was a year before I found MLSP. When I started my home business 6 years ago, that was all I heard about. Everybody talking about go for no. Everybody talking about how excited I should get to get rejected. Well, I wasn't. I hated it. Can you relate to that? Because if so, you're probably going to get excited about what I'm going to say next. And that is that I discovered a way to finally go for yes and start getting people to happily buy my products and join my opportunity. No more pulling teeth, no more chasing and begging people. Is that something you're looking to do? Because if so, I'd love for you to do this challenge with me. It's a 5-day challenge showing you exactly how to go for yes. If you'd like it, you want to check it out, drop a 5 in the comment thread, right? Drop a 5 in the thread. I'll be happy to share it with you for free. Done. This is the invitation. This is your call to action. When people start putting 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, great, go reach out to them and have that creative conversation of, can you tell me more about what's been happening in your business? Can you tell me more about your experience with going for no and getting rejection in your business? Tell me more about that. Because they're going to tell you a lot more than that. They're going to start going into their whole story. They're going to go into, well, it all started back when I first, you're going to get so much information. Listen. Listen to them as they give you the information. Listen to them as they tell you about how heartbroken they were when their relationship with their favorite cousin ended because the cousin rejected them. The cousin said, oh my gosh, this sounds really crazy. I don't want to be involved in that. And they stopped talking. Right? You think about that and you say, oh my gosh, what would be the next thing that you would say? How would you reply or react to that? How would you respond? For somebody to tell you they're heartbroken, that they lost a relationship with a family member, all because they wanted to better themselves in life by starting their home business. And they wanted to bring this person they care about into it. But the person said no. And not only said no, but it damaged their relationship. What would you say? Would you need to check your notebook for the next line in the script for that? Probably not. Right? I'll tell you what I would say. Oh my gosh, that is so terrible. I hate to see that happen. Because I do. I hate to see that happen. So I'm going to say it. I hate to see that happen. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. So moving forward, like, what are some things that you've been trying to make sure that, you know, you don't have to go down that road again with anybody, that relationships don't get messed up simply because you're trying to build your business? Do you have like a new business strategy in place that maybe makes it easier on you? That's what I would ask. They say no. I say, oh my gosh, then this is perfect that we're talking today. Because I believe I have a solution that would totally help you out, but only if you want my help though. What you think they're going to say? Yeah, nope, I don't want any help. I'm going to keep getting rejected and keep getting heartbroken. Thanks anyway. No, nobody's going to do that. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I'd love for you to help me out. What is it? Bam, I can grab the link. Bam, not only can I grab the link, I can make sure to set them up in a Zoom appointment. Me personally, I like to do Zoom sessions so I can close them into MLSP right then and there, right? If you don't want to do the Zoom session or whatever, and you want a way to follow up, you can still do it in Messenger. We have a training about that in the training library, the first training you see in there, okay? So you could still do it. You're going to need to get creative with how you do it, but take that with this one caution with you. Do things that you don't have to fight against. Do you get what I'm saying? Select strategies to build your business that are in alignment with what you're already strong at doing. And then you can go and grow from there. If you do that, you'll be good to go. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I didn't quite see any questions per se. Yeah, Delroy, absolute insanity. And my apologies for taking out like 10 seconds. I had to go get my cord. I really thought it was plugged in. I did. All right, you guys, I need to go ahead and wrap this up because we got something coming up yet again inside of MLSP. There's always stuff popping in here, child. If you ain't a member of MLSP and you happen to come across this video, child, you better get on in here. Use that link, get in here. And as a matter of fact, you could even get that bundle I showed, that bundle and challenge and 4 other challenges all together. Is it 3 or 4? 3 or 4 other challenges all together in a bundle. It's so cool. It's in the pinned comment. Okay. But start really just take a deep breath. And I know people say this all the time to the point it starts to sound cliche, but just be human. Just be human. When you go talk to these folks, go talk to these folks like they're folks. And better yet, talk to them with posture because you deserve to. You've gone the extra step. You've gone that extra mile. You're investing your time, your money, and your energy into yourself through your entrepreneurship. This business that you've started, especially if you are also a member here inside of MLSP, this is something that you are pouring your heart and soul into. Otherwise, you wouldn't have purchased a membership. You wouldn't be here with me right now. You ought to have some posture off of that. You should be the person that says, no, I'm the gatekeeper. I don't need to impress you. You need to impress me enough for me to unlock the gate and let you in. And I'm not saying that in a conceited way or in an arrogant way. I'm saying it because that's the fact. You have poured a lot into this and you are bigger and better than you were in the beginning. And there are people that are watching you and they are aspiring to do the same thing. So why are you afraid? Have these conversations with folks and just be yourself. And even if you get to a point in the conversation where they've shared some stuff with you and you still don't know what to offer them, tell them that too. Wow, you shared a lot with me. And I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Because most folks don't open up as much as you did. And that really helps me to figure out how I could help you. Right now, though, I'm thinking of quite a few things. And so I'm not trying to throw any and everything at you. Can you give me about 24 to 48 hours to really mull over everything you said to me? And then I can get back to you with a few ideas for a solution. Is that okay? What you think they're going to say? You know they're going to say yes, because you care enough to not just offer them any old crap. You're going to take the time to think about, to process what they've said. Most people do not do that. And it gives you time to slow down, calm down, think about what they said, and select an offer that fits that. You don't have to try to close everybody right in the moment every day. You have to do it based on the vibe. How does it feel? The same way that we go out and we date, the same way that a guy knows when to approach a girl and when not to approach a girl. You go up to a gal and she's like, hello. Well, you got the vibe. She is inviting you into the conversation. But you go up to a girl and she's like, hi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice day. Mm-hmm. She's not even looking at you. You might want to end this conversation. It ain't gonna go nowhere, Chief. You're not gonna get them digits. You're not gonna get them digits. So think about that. It's the same thing with your prospecting. Okay. So anyway, yes, exactly, Delroy. Like Diane says, we have the cookie, right? So anyway, I'm out of here. We got 3 minutes left, so I gotta go. See you guys in the next training. I will see you around the community. You are the one, as Brian says. That is so true. Take heart to that. And we will see you around the community. Thanks so much. Make sure you catch Diane at 7:00 for the Deep Abyss. All right. See you guys there.